The screen goes dark. Not your screen. Theirs. Somewhere in Eastern Europe, a man who stole $389 million just lost everything. 25 domains. Gone. 30 servers. Gone. Replaced by one image. An FBI banner. You put it there. 3 years of hunting. 17 shell companies. Bitcoin wallets traced across 14 countries. A room with no windows. 6 monitors running 24 hours a day. You watched him steal from hospitals. From schools. From families who had nothing left to lose. You built the case wire by wire. Transaction by transaction. In the dark. Tonight he woke up and found you waiting. This is not hacking. This is hunting. This is your life. Every rank. Every case. Every night you spent in the dark, so everyone else could stay in the light. Let's go back to the beginning. Rank 1. The analyst. Age 22 to 24. $55,000 to $70,000 per year. You are 22 years old. Your desk is in a windowless room on the 4th floor of a federal building. 6 other analysts around you. Everyone is staring at a screen. Nobody is talking. This is not what you imagined. You have a computer science degree. You have your CompTIA Security Plus certification. You have spent 4 years learning how networks work, how systems fail, how criminals exploit both. You passed the background investigation. 18 months of the government verifying every person you have ever known, every place you have ever lived, every cent you have ever spent. You are cleared. You are hired. You are a cybercrime analyst for the FBI. And your first job is to sort data. Not glamorous. Not cinematic. You were given a dataset from a seized server and told to find the pattern. Thousands of IP addresses. Thousands of transactions. A spreadsheet that contains, somewhere inside it, evidence of a crime. If you can find it. Most people look at that dataset and see noise. You look at it and see a story. That is the first thing your supervisor notices about you. The cybercrime world you are entering is enormous. Cybercrime is now a $7 trillion industry globally. Every 39 seconds, somewhere on Earth, a system is attacked. The FBI operates specialized cyber squads in all 56 field offices. 3.5 million cybersecurity jobs are currently unfilled worldwide. 750,000 in the United States alone. You are one of the people trying to hold the line. Your starting salary, $55,000 to $70,000. A federal pay scale with structured steps. Good benefits. Not rich. But you are not here for the money. You are here because you understand, better than most people your age, that the most dangerous criminals on Earth are not carrying guns. They are sitting at keyboards in countries you will never visit, stealing more in an afternoon than most people earn in a lifetime. You want to find them. You start learning to find them. Rank 2. The Digital Forensics Specialist. Age 24 to 27. Salary $75,000 to $95,000 per year. You have a new title, a slightly bigger desk, and a case that will define the next 3 years. Digital Forensics Specialist. Your job. Extract evidence from seized devices and make it usable in court. This sounds technical. It is. But it is also deeply human, because every device you touch belonged to someone who committed a crime against someone else. The laptop seized from a child predator. The server pulled from a ransomware operation that encrypted a hospital's entire system and demanded $1.4 million to restore it. The phone belonging to a man who stole $47 million from elderly victims through online fraud. You do not just find the evidence. You preserve it. Chain of custody. Every step documented. Every extraction logged. Because in a courtroom, the defense attorney will look for any crack in your process. Any irregularity. Any moment where you did not follow protocol exactly. One mistake, and the evidence gets thrown out. The criminal walks free. You learn to be exact. Not good enough. Exact. Your first major case. A ransomware group that attacked 3 hospital networks across the Midwest. Patients diverted. Surgeries canceled. One elderly man died when record systems went down and doctors could not access his medication history. The group demanded $3.2 million in Bitcoin. They got nothing because you found their mistake. Hidden inside the ransomware code, a metadata signature that tied it to a specific developer toolkit used only in one country. A thread. You pull it. The thread leads to an IP address. The IP address leads, through 8 months of painstaking digital tracking, to a server in Romania. You write a 47-page report. It becomes the foundation of an international arrest operation. You are 26 years old. You just helped put 3 people in prison in 2 countries. Rank 3, the special agent, age 27 to 31. Salary $97,300 to $125,500 per year. You cross the line from civilian to sworn. FBI special agent. The badge. The credentials. The authority to arrest, to carry a weapon, to execute warrants and knock on doors and look people in the eyes and say you are under federal investigation. The training at Quantico is 20 weeks. Physical. Legal. Tactical. You learn firearms. You learn interview techniques. You learn the law in enough detail to testify as an expert witness in federal court. You learn that an FBI agent is not a soldier. You are an investigator, and investigation requires patience more than force. You are assigned to a cyber squad. Your first undercover operation is small. A dark web marketplace selling stolen credit card data. You navigate the dark web to track illegal activities, creating a persona, building credibility in a forum where everyone is anonymous and everyone is paranoid. You spend 4 months as someone else. You communicate in their language. You build trust with people whose entire professional existence depends on never trusting anyone. It requires a specific kind of discipline, the discipline of becoming invisible, of giving nothing away, of being completely calm in a conversation with a criminal who would disappear overnight if they suspected for 1 second that you were real. One evening you are in a chat room with a man who has stolen financial data from 2.3 million people. He is selling it. You are buying. He is careful, smart. He tests you twice before he sells. You pass both tests. The transaction happens. You have the evidence. The warrant is signed. His apartment door opens at 5:47 a.m. to 4 federal agents. He is 24 years old. He is still in his pajamas. He looks at you and says, "How did you find me?" You do not answer. You never answer that question. As an FBI special agent with a cybersecurity background, your salary ranges from $97,300 to $125,544. You are making real money now. You are also working 60-hour weeks, carrying a phone that can ring at 3 a.m. because a ransomware attack does not respect business hours, and missing family events because a case broke on a Saturday and does not care what your plans were. You chose this. You choose it again every day. Rank 4. The senior agent or dark web specialist. Age 31 to 35. Salary $110,000 to $145,000 per year. You go deeper. There is a layer of the internet that most people never see. The Tor network. Hidden services. Marketplaces that sell ransomware toolkits, stolen identities, exploit code, hack corporate access, and worse things that you do not describe to your family at dinner. You become a dark web specialist. This is not a job title in a brochure. It is a specialization you build over years by being the person on your squad who goes further than anyone else, who stays later, who understands the ecosystem, how these marketplaces operate, how they establish trust, how they handle disputes, how they launder money through cryptocurrency mixers and nested exchanges and shell wallets spread across 14 countries. You are investigating operations like Audius 6, a dark web money laundering platform that laundered more than 336 million euros for cybercriminals between 2022 and 2025, tied to at least 15 ransomware operations worldwide. These are not small cases. These are criminal organizations with HR departments, with customer service, with affiliate programs where they recruit other criminals and share the profits. Lockbit, Black Hat, Ramp, they are businesses, sophisticated, profitable, ruthless businesses. And your job is to learn their business better than they know it themselves. You spend 8 months building a case against one group. You track their Bitcoin through 17 wallet addresses, 3 cryptocurrency exchanges, and a chain of shell companies across 5 countries. Every transaction is documented. Every wallet identified, every connection traced. In July 2025, a coordinated action by the FBI, DHS, Secret Service, IRS criminal investigation, and international partners takes down Black Suit ransomware, seizing 4 servers, 9 domains, and $1.09 million in cryptocurrency. You are part of operations like this, not the face at the press conference. The person in the room at 4 a.m. who found the thread that made the press conference possible. Your salary now, $110,000 to $145,000. Plus the specialization premium that agencies and private sector firms are willing to pay for someone with your depth. Twice this year, private cybersecurity firms have approached you. They are offering $200,000. You stay, not because the money is not real, because the work is not finished. Rank 5, the supervisory special agent, age 35 to 40, salary $130,000 to $157,000 per year. You stop being the hunter. You become the one who directs the hunt. Supervisory special agent. You manage a cyber squad, 8 agents, each of them running parallel investigations, each of them needing guidance, resources, and someone to make the call when 2 competing priorities fight for the same team on the same day. Leadership in cyber investigations is different from other law enforcement leadership. Your agents are technical. They are not impressed by rank. They are impressed by knowledge. You need to understand every case they are working at a technical level deep enough to push them forward and catch them if they make a mistake. You read their reports at 11 p.m. You challenge their assumptions. You ask the question they did not ask. You also manage the political dimension. Federal investigations cross jurisdictions. Your squad's case overlaps with a case run by the Secret Service, with a Europol investigation in the Netherlands, with a DOJ team handling the prosecution. You become a coordinator as much as an investigator. Real operations now involve the FBI, DHS, Secret Service, IRS criminal investigation, and law enforcement from the UK, Germany, Ireland, France, Canada, Ukraine, and Lithuania working simultaneously. You are the person making sure all of those pieces talk to each other, making sure evidence is shared in the right format for each country's legal system, making sure the arrest happens simultaneously across time zones so nobody gets tipped off. One operation takes 22 months from first lead to takedown. You are in it from day one. You brief the U.S. Attorney's Office. You present to the Deputy Director. You coordinate with Europol at 6 a.m. because that is what time it is in The Hague. When the operation executes, 25 domains seized, 2 arrests in Georgia, 692,000 euros in cryptocurrency frozen. It is a Tuesday morning and you are in a conference room watching the feeds come in from 6 countries simultaneously. Nobody outside this building will ever know your name. You are fine with that. Rank 6, the Cyber Division Chief, age 42 to 50, salary $157,500 plus per year. You are the one they brief the president about. Not your name, not your squad. The cases, the threats, the state of the cyber battlefield as of this morning, which is different from what it was yesterday, which will be different again by tomorrow. Cyber Division Chief, one of the most senior positions in federal law enforcement cybersecurity. You manage multiple squads across the division. You set priorities. You decide which threats get resources and which ones get monitored but not yet pursued. You testify before Congress. You brief the director. You sit in rooms where the people across the table have 3-letter titles and the stakes of the conversation are measured in national security. The FBI's Cyber Threat Division continues expanding operations. The threat has never been more complex. Nation-state hackers and criminal organizations are no longer separate categories. They overlap, share tools, operate in the same forums. The line between espionage and crime is gone. Everything is connected. You manage 200 people, the best technical minds in federal law enforcement. You know each of them. You know which ones burn hot and need steadying and which ones need pushing. You built some of them yourself. Analysts who sat in windowless rooms 20 years ago, now running their own squads, now mentoring their own analysts. The cycle continues. It always continues. The threat does not sleep. It evolves. Every operation you run teaches the adversary something. They adapt. They go deeper, move faster, cover their tracks better. The moment you take one forum down, 3 new ones start. As experts noted after the ramp takedown, cybercrime forums never really die. Their users scatter to other underground marketplaces. You know this. You built your career understanding this. The goal was never to win the war. The goal was to make the war expensive enough for them that most of them choose something else. Most of them. Not all. There is always another case. Another forum. Another man in another country who believes he is invisible. You are 47 years old. You have been finding invisible men for 25 years. You are very good at it. Somewhere right now, on a server in a country that does not have an extradition treaty with the United States, a 22-year-old is writing malware. He thinks he is safe. He has been careful. VPNs, cryptocurrency, multiple identities, a forum that has never been touched. He has done everything right. He has no idea that 3 floors below a federal building somewhere in the United States, an analyst is staring at a dataset. The analyst is 22 years old. They have a computer science degree and a CompTIA certification and 47 browser tabs open at once. They have been staring at this dataset for 6 hours. They are tired. They should go home. They notice something, not a fact, a pattern, something that does not fit, something small enough that most people would scroll past it. They open a new document. They start writing. Somewhere in Eastern Europe, a man's screen is about to go dark. The hunter just found the thread. Rank by rank, case by case, transaction by transaction. The work never ends.